Hey everybody, it's me, Carrie. I'm here. This is a recorded video, so go ahead and comment, and I will check them out later, whether it's on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. I will check them out. So, couple of things first. I've gotten a lot of questions and people concerned after the church fire and murders here in Michigan. And I just want everyone to know that while that is my faith, that is not my church building. So I was always safe. But my ex-husband's niece, who of course is my niece, that is her building. But luckily, she had sick grandchildren and was home. So, little miracles, right? Anyway, thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Please continue to pray for those families that are affected and that community. And pray for our nation, because I just truly think that Satan is working overtime to keep all of us from gathering. Because in gathering, whether it's for your church or just to maintain friendships or to craft together, that fellowship feeds us and helps us grow. Believe me, I know, because I haven't been able to do much of it since my surgery. So Saturday we went to a family wedding, and it was so amazing just to be with people and talk, and so it made me really appreciate gathering. So just pray for our country and the world. Okay, so now to the Stampin' Up! Business. So y'all know this is my website. It'll take you right to my Stampin' Up! Site, MemoryINKers.com. It's also my email, MemoryINKers@gmail.com. I don't have a photo of it, because I was trying to fight FOMO and not order that awesome advent calendar, because I thought, well, as a business woman, I don't need it. It's not going to be available, whatever's in it, whatever, yada, yada, right? And then I saw one of my demonstrator friends open all 12. You guys, it is... I could not figure out how to justify $99 for this thing. The stamp set's awesome. Sure. Box is cute. Sure. There is so much stuff in there. There's twine. There's gems. There's ephemera. There's 2 different kinds of dies. There's DSP. There's it's just so much. I can't even... Oh my gosh. It is so worth the $99. So worth it. And I honestly feel like if you have a friend who loves to craft, it would be and you're willing, and you spend that much money on her or a family member, wow, they will be thrilled with it. So anyway, I wish I had a picture of it, but go to MemoryINKers.com and search Advent, Advent, and it will pop up and you can take a look at it. Okay. All right. So now what are we doing? So since I've been home, I haven't, as you guys know, I wasn't able to come down here and craft very much. With me doing physical therapy 3 times a week, I don't always want to come downstairs because I'm exhausted. But today I'm down here and I'm going to go over a couple of things. I am going to do some stuff with the Fall for Toile, which is in September. I have them all over here, and I think I have one more that I was going to do. I set this up like a week ago, and then I just, my energy level tanked. So I'm going to work on that. But this one was from August, the month before, and I'm going to show you a couple that I did, and I'm going to show you how I created one of them. If you are unfamiliar with Paper Pumpkin, this is the awesome Stampin' Up! Subscription, although you can get it month to month. It comes in the mail, and you get awesome things to make awesome stuff. Usually cards. I admit that. It is usually cards. But, okay, so here we go. So this one came with 2 stamp sets, as you can see here. These are they. Okay. So I've got some of them on blocks for me to use. And then here, this is just a card base. And all I did was stamp thankful on it. That's all I did. Because I just didn't want to do the other one. This is another one that is just the card base. I did pop up some flowers that are part of the dies. And I stamped on it and added some bling. Again, a card base. So this is the one I'm going to recreate for you guys. Because I did do it similar to what Stampin' Up! Suggests as the card designs. But I'm going to do it a little different. So let me pull this one under here because it's full. These are the little dies that you get. Oh, and so see the typewriter falls out, but there's also a slit. I don't know if you guys can see that there's a slit. Sorry about my nails, have not had a manicure. But that slit is so that you can slide it. Look at these. I don't know if you guys can tell. These are like, it's like perforated, like torn paper. So you could take it and stamp on it and stick it in there. How cute is that, right? And then the idea was to pop it up and put it over the one that's on the card base, which I did not do. So I still have card bases. The envelopes are very pretty in this particular month. They usually are. So, so there we are. So I'm going to recreate this one for you. That's the only one I'm doing from this set. I'm going to lose those if they keep falling under there. Okay. All right. So what I did was, I used a different color on this one. I think I used, I don't know, one of the reds. I didn't write it down, so I don't know. So I'm taking the plain background, which here's the original. And I started to do what they did by stamping the background. And then I thought, I want to do something else. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get that ready. And then I need scrap paper. I've got a bunch of Stamparatus paper. Love this size. I think this is like the perfect size for me because it's usually about all the space I have on my desk, right? I hope you guys feel the same way. Okay, make sure I've got it opening the way I want. So this time I'm going to use Calypso Coral. And I'm going to use this background. You can see that I've used it. So you can see it's like little, I don't know, flowers or dots. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that at the bottom. And then match it up. If you're very careful, you can kind of match it. It's pretty close. So I'm going to do another one. I'm not going to really worry about them matching in the middle because I think it's going to be covered. So, I mean, I should still try, right? I should still try. And there. Okay. And then I did a couple, I think, randos where I just kind of stuck some on here. This randos. All right. So then I wanted to do a sentiment, and I think I'm going to do the sentiment in the spot that came with it. So the Stampin' spot that came with them is Secret Sea, which, you know, we don't have a stamp ink pad for Secret Sea, so it was kind of cool to get one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And I'm just going to stamp that directly onto this piece right here. Pardon my head. Okay, it's a little crooked. Don't care. All right, so now I've got that done. So I just want to show you guys how I did this stripe. So all I did was take my spot and drag it across. This is coming very dark. I don't recall it being quite this dark. I think I must have used the one that I created myself. But there you go. So that's the stripe. And then this will go over the top. And it almost gives it a wood grain look, kind of. So I'm just going to use some dimensionals on here. So this is pretty simple, right? This is not hard for you guys to copy, even on just, obviously if you don't have this paper pumpkin, you can't get it anymore. But even really with any design, that if you want to do that. So imagine this with like some browns or grays. It could really, really look like wood then. I think it looks more like wood when it's covered. And actually this one I think looks like where it gets lighter, I think it looks better. Just my opinion. But either way, I still like the stripe. I just think it's fun. So there you go. And there is just a fun little thank you. And for a great friend. Super, super easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so that's what I did for this one, this paper pumpkin. So let me move these pieces over here. Okay. Look, I have ink on me everywhere. It's like, you guys understand. I know you guys do, because you're like me. Okay, so I got to remember now what I was going to do with this one. Because like I said, I set it up a while ago. I made a bow. This is the new In Color ribbon. It's in the Secret Sea. These are gems. These are new gems. They're the 2025-27 flat pearls. So it's all 5 colors. Okay. So now this is what I did with this one. I decided I need one more thing. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so this is what I forgot, was to grab my embossing folders. And I was debating on which one to use. But since I'm doing flowers, I am going to use the flower designed one. And I am going to, this is Very Vanilla. I'm going to take my Very Vanilla and just put it inside and then run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine still is a little hard for me, but I got it done. So anyway, I don't know if you guys can see. It's so, look at how pretty. It's just so pretty. So I'm going to leave it plain. I'm not going to color it in or anything. And then I know that I'm going to put this on here. So move that out of the way for now. I want to see which words were which. Okay, this is the first one. These are, of course, from the, is this the right color? I'm using it. I think it is. This is from that same, I'm sorry, this is from that same last month's paper pumpkin. So I am going to stamp that right there. Thanks for your constant friendship and listening ear. And I'll just add Travis, my girlfriend who is my BFF, who listens. Actually, while I've been sick, well, sick, that's like the wrong word. While I've been recovering, we didn't talk that much because I just didn't feel like it. You know, when you feel really crummy, sometimes you just don't even want to talk to your best friend. And that's where we were. But she loves me anyway. And I'm so, so glad we found each other and became friends because she is awesome. All right, so this is for the inside. All right, then I have some, forgot the color. I never can remember colors, you guys. This color. I'm sorry. I know it's terrible. I should remember. I'll look it up and let you know. All right, so this is going on the inside. Okay. So this inside says, "Good friends are hard to find. I'm glad we found each other." Which could, either one of these could have went inside, outside, whatever. So I decided to put them together. So there we go. All right. Now this is going to go on here, but I did grab some ribbon, right? And I didn't know for sure what I was going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it down here. And I am going to grab my Stampin' Seal. I think I want the plus. They look like they're both Stampin' Seals here in my container. So they'll just have to do. So I'm going to put a little here so it'll grab. Did I get it? Yep. So that it'll grab the ribbon. You guys know I like to do this. And I might just put a little on the ribbon because I want it to stay in place. I think the bow's going to go over there, so we will try this. So, right there. Okay, now I can glue this down. I always like to make sure I get some of the glue on top of the ribbon also, especially on this side where it was short, right? So we're going to do that here. I've got so many cards to show you, you guys, from this month's kit that I just sat and played with because it's just cool. So now I am going to put on the little purse. And look, I did not plan to do that, but it does tuck a little under the ribbon, so I'm going to go for it. And I'm laying it flat because I can't remember what I was going to do with it. And then I think I was planning to have this stick up, but I don't remember now. So I'm going to leave it off. And I'm going to put the bow right underneath the bag. So I've already got some tear and tape on there. And you guys remember my little trick where I tear the tear and tape off and then like this piece, like right here, this little section right here, I folded it back on top of itself because then it's not stuck to the ribbon and it lets me peel it off very easy, which is a good thing. So now I've got that. And then I'm just going to start setting the flowers on it. And they are going to be dimensional. I am going to do what I thought I was going to do. And I'm going to make it look like this is supposed to go on top of that. But I'm actually going to tuck it in here like the handle is sticking up. I don't know how much of it will show, but hopefully enough of it. Okay, if I hide that with flowers, it'll be cool. So, now, dimensionals. I was going to say I had them somewhere. And I'm just going to pop these on. I'm not going to worry too much about how they look or yada yada. But I definitely want to cover up this little, like where it was supposed to be attached to the little bag so that nobody can see that, right? So put that one like there. And then this one, I'm actually going to stick kind of like that. And it's going to go flat. So, oops. sticking in a little bit and over the handle. And then these little guys are going to go up onto dimensionals. And I think they need the small dimensionals, because I just think they do. So, you guys, my hair's always falls out, but it's like really bad right now. My hairdresser, I finally went to the hairdresser. She didn't do a whole lot. Oh, she told me it's falling out because of the anesthesia. Although my hair's always been falling out, so since I've gotten older. All right. So I'm going to just stick those right here. I'm going to tuck this one under that flower and kind of go like that. Okay. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I did bring out gems, and I was going to pop them on, but I think it has enough actually. So I'm going to leave that. So that's the card I was going to make with you guys today. So there. So this is the kit, and I'm going to show you the stuff that I did with it. I've got, I'm actually cleaning up. I know, let's all be shocked. All right, so I have a few things left from it, very little. Very little. I've got some labels, one piece of ribbon, and the stamp set, of course. And so here's the stamp set. It was so cute. Very cute. So, and then the envelopes, there's 3 different colors, but basically the same envelope, but 3 different colors. So here are my versions of the cards. This is pretty much exactly like they said. Okay, it's up on dimensionals. You probably can't tell, but I did color in the little pine cones a little bit. Very, very, very light. And then this one I did very different. You can see I used this background with those. And I don't think I did anything inside. Nope. And then this one was where I started feeling a little weirdly creative. This is actually an extra piece of, this is just a piece of that ribbon that I stuck underneath. And then I did something with the other half of it. But I decided, because I cut that off, I cut off part of this. I'll show you as soon as I find it. And this piece here was just hanging around, and I'm like, huh, okay. So I turned it into that kind of an opening. Here's the other piece of ribbon that I made, and I added some fun gems to this one. Oh, this is the piece. Nope. It's got to be coming up, right? I know I cut it up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So then I did this one, which is similar but different to that one. I stamped right on it. Made it pretty simple. And then this one, I added some gold because I wanted a different look. So I tore the edge of like this big piece. And then I was like, oh, why did I do that? I don't think I like it. So I decided to glue it back on, but then add the gold at the bottom because otherwise it didn't fit, right? And then I embossed the thankful, and I added the little fox on the inside. And then here is where I said I used a piece of that, so I did that with this card. So, emotion card, fun fold. Here's another fun fold that I did, and I just used a circle in there for you to write on. And then this one is also a fun fold. And I don't do these cards very often because I think people need explanations on how to use them. So this is where you would write. And then, but it's one of those ones that can stand up. So those are my paper pumpkin alternatives. And that's it for my video today. And I hope you like it. And I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye.